So I'm going to be talking a little bit about the water cycle and runoff and how that leads to pollution in our Earth's water bodies. So when rain falls, it's heated by the sun and it's turned into a gas. That process is known as evaporation, and it causes water in gas form to group together in the sky. When water groups together in the sky, that's actually known as evaporation. When the combined water droplets in the sky become heavy enough, they fall back down to Earth as rain, and that's known as precipitation. So when the rain reaches the ground, a portion of the rain will actually glide down the Earth, kind of like a slide, and it'll glide right into nearby rivers. So if there's any pollution on the ground, whether it's a plastic water bottle or a piece of trash, that could be swept up by this rain that's gliding down the Earth right into our Earth's river systems and bodies of water. So through this process, pollution at any point on the ground can be transferred to our water sources through this process of runoff and the water cycle more generally.
This summer, a pipe that carries raw sewage out of New Haven for treatment broke. The broken pipe dumped 2.1 million gallons of sewage into the Mill River. The Mill River runs through the east side of New Haven, flowing into the Long Island Sound. When the pipe broke, all the river's ecosystem was immediately in danger. The sewage has lots of bacteria which can starve the ecosystem of oxygen and make people very sick. Wildlife that lives in and around the Mill River, like fish, beavers, and birds, suffered. Additionally, Lighthouse Point and other nearby beaches in West Haven, East Haven, and Madison closed for the week because it was unsafe to swim. In general, any type of pollution can endanger rivers and the animals that drink its water and build their homes there. All marine life that live in Long Island Sound also were susceptible to pollutants from the Mill River. The connection of the two waterways means that the runoff pollutants can easily travel many miles and negatively affect different animals and habitats.
Hi everyone. Now that we've talked about water cycle and runoff, let's consider a specific example that also relates to environmental justice, the Flint water crisis. So this crisis first started in 2014 when the city council decided to switch the city's drinking water supply from Detroit system to Flint River. But it was a huge issue because Flint River was receiving raw sewage from the city's waste treatment plant, agricultural and urban runoff, as you've seen in the previous slides. And another issue was that there was not enough treatment or testing of this water. So the health effects immediately became clear. The water was causing skin rashes, hair loss, and increased lead levels in the blood of its citizens. So as you can see in this picture, it's even apparent in the color of the water when you compare Flint's water and Detroit's water. There's a drastic difference. And of course, this is a health issue and an environmental issue, but it's also a social justice problem because the majority of the people living in Flint are African Americans, and more than 45% of its population is living under the poverty line. So this is also a social justice problem. But there are some silver lining as well. Her name is Mary Copney. She's also known as Little Miss Flint, and she's raising awareness about Flint water crisis, and she's doing amazing work. So this is just an example of how a single person can raise awareness and can make small changes about complex social justice or environmental problems. So every person is capable of making such a change.